sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want you to know. Secrets start in your heart to slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart to slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
I'm so sorry. I was muted. I was muted. Yeah, sorry guys. I had my other thing off. So I want to sorry. I guess what I said is I got these documents like whatever 20 minutes ago or something. Um anyways, not feeling the greatest right now. Um very tired and my eyes are very blurry actually. So sorry guys about that. I hate it when I do that. I can hear you. You can yeah, can you hear me? I can see you. Yeah. I didn't put the link to the community page, so I wanted to quickly go do that is what I said as well. So now I'm back. So anyways, we see these documents. You know how some documents we're getting were going to be whatever, and I think these are the two documents that they were referring to that would come out first and stuff like that. In that whole letter thing about unsealing a few documents. So yeah, so I want to apologize though, because what happened yesterday was it was like 6:45 when I woke up, and I was just so hot, and I just knew I couldn't prepare for the live. Like I was just too out of it. So I wasn't sure if I'm not sure if I'm coming down with the flu, because my husband and my brother-in-law keep having flus, and I got one before. But anyways, I'll just get through this. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And so anyways, so you know what, Robert Baston. It's been a minute since anyone's really talked about this dude. He was the guy that was like in with like in the unit area, whatever, with Richard Allen. and he was the guy that was like, I don't know. You know what? We'll just read it together. To be honest with you, because most people don't really remember him too well, because he was something about, the guards and whatever. But let's just go through this, okay? I'm gonna turn off my cam though, because I'm gonna be on a different page, and it always makes me darker here. So, yeah, the jailhouse tattle. That's a good way of putting it, Daisy, right there. So again, we'll just go through these. There's like three documents that have come out today. One was from the Supreme Court side of things. Then there was this other one, which is about the transport, as well, and then this one here. So that's kind of what's come out today so far. Actually, these never made it to Docs Pop yet, to be honest with you. And thank you guys. Yeah, just bear with me is all I'm asking, as my eyes are blurry and I just don't feel the greatest now that I'm sitting up on a bed. I was better in bed with my iPad. Then you get up and you're like, ooh. But anyways, okay, so let's get through this, guys. And I'll just turn off my cam and I'll go over to the page. Hi, Jay Turner. How are you? Thank you so much. Yeah, if you guys could hit that like, that would be great. And a comment. Feel free. Thank you, guys. Okay, so state of Indiana, Carroll County State versus Richard Allen in the Carroll County, and it's written. So hopefully this writing doesn't look too bad. So I, Robert P. Baston, I guess his inmate number is 209210. Hey, 90210. Hey, that would be close almost. An inmate at Westville's restrictive housing unit was subpoenaed to appear in the above cause number on Thursday, on June 15th of 2023. At 7:30 a.m. in the Carroll County Circuit Court, 101 West Main Street, then the address of the Delphi. Due to the corruption and retaliation by Westville's restrictive housing unit staff and officers, I had to refuse to appear in the above mentioned court hearing due to my safety and fear for my life. I kind of want to say, though, that I believe this guy's kind of like a wackadoodle, to put it nicely. I was housed in a cell A2 206 just above Richard M. Allen's cell A1 107 due to being what? Due to being vile or what? A vile on how a voice. I think that says voice. Okay. Due to being a voice on how Richard M. Allen was being abused and mistreated by corrupt sergeants and officers and administrative staff and mental health professionals in Westville's restrictive housing unit. I was retaliated against and moved by orders of Warden John Galeppo. Oh, there's another precious one right there. Captain Gary Lewis, and a restrictive housing unit manager, Miss Thang Cornet. This guy here, that John, he's the one that moved his family in and basically broke the laws there and kind of like moved his wife and kids into the system, like into the housing there and stuff like that. You guys can just Google that name though and read up about him. So I was moved to the restrictive housing unit B pod, cell 201, after reporting Sergeant Brandon Williams and his officers trafficking contraband to inmates in A pod to the Indiana Department of Correction Office of Investigation and in something. And intelligence, internal affairs, in a recorded interview on April 28th, 2023. 5 days after the interview, on Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023, at approximately 7 a.m., Sergeant Brandon Williams and his officers, while I was in full restraints and leg shackles in Westville's restrictive housing unit, receiving area on security cameras will show Sergeant Brandon Williams ordering an officer to put my mattress in urine in a cell that I was placed in the night before without a toilet and running water in the cell. Security cameras will show Sergeant Brandon Williams slamming to the floor and violently breaking my foot and ankle, and then intimidating the nurse not to treat me. Oh, sorry, not to treat my injuries when Sergeant Brandon Williams had an ink pen in the stab, had an ink pen in the stab vest that he was wearing. Oh, I guess it's called a stab vest or something. Uh, that he was wearing stabbed me in the elbow all the way to the bone. I then was placed in a cell 201 in B pod. Then at 10:45 a.m. on same date, Sergeant Brandon Williams gave no verbal command to cuff up at my cell 201 B pod. There's 5 pages, okay, guys. And then the rest is just an envelope and on it. And dropped the handcuff port in the cell door and sprayed OC pepper spray in the cell, and then left me in the cell for 10 minutes, asphyxiating for air. I then was handcuffed and removed from cell out of view of security cameras and taken out in the hallway where Officer Quentin Davis was waiting, and told Sergeant Brandon Williams and officers to hold me up while Officer Quentin Davis violently punched me in the ribs and stomach, while Officer Mr. Motts need me. He spelled need like as if you need bread. I get, or is that how you spell it? Maybe it's how you spell it. I guess in the face. No, that would be the other way of need. Sorry. Mental illness health doctor Monica Walla and Mr. Bourne were watching the beatdown from outside Captain Gary Lewis's office. The nurse again was intimidated not to treat my injuries. Is that a say? Intimidated? Yeah. And I was placed back into cell 201 B pod. I was placed on a strip cell. Some AWOL, what? AWOL, my personal property, whatever that word is, property was taken when I think that's supposed to say eventually. Yeah. Oh, when I eventually received my property back, my legal documents were either destroyed or lost or taken due to the incriminating recorded dates and times. Some of those recorded dates and times concern how Richard M. Allen was being abused and not mistreated by staff and officers. My personal property was left out in the hallway unsecured, and Westville Restrictive Housing Unit general population workers and SSI companions were stealing my property. I recently received from the unit States Department out of Justice investigative report numbers 237321, whatever, FW, whatever, numbers. But recently, the U.S. Department of Justice has been in the news for mishandling complaints. The Indiana Governor's Office of Ombudsman Borough has also mishandled complaints on the Indiana Department of Correction and the corruption going on in IDOC facilities. The Indiana Department of Correction Office of Investigation and Intelligence, Internal Affairs, is allowed to police itself and cover up excessive use of force assaults on inmates by IDOC staff and officers. I also been corresponding with the New York Times investigative reporter and her team at the Yale Law School that I had been sending documentation and evidence to, but due to the corruption, my legal mail has not made it to its destination. So until this court can protect me and other inmates at Westville Restrictive Housing Unit and report the excessive use of force, assaults, abuse, mistreatment, torture, and retaliation from corrupt Indiana Department of Corrections staff and officers, then I do not feel safe to testify in the cause number, which is Richard Allen. When a pattern can be shown of the above mentioned issues by researching The named individuals mentioned in the court letter in the United States District Court, Northern District of Indiana, Seventh Circuit Court, whatever, that clearly shows a pattern of excessive use of force, assaults, torture, abuse, mistreatment, and very poor mental health treatment. Again, I have witnessed Richard M. Allen being abused and mistreated by Westville Correction Facility, Westville Restrictive Housing Unit staff, and officers that has affected his health and mental health. I, Robert P. Baston, his number, asked this court to report this corruption to the proper authorities to be investigated or to investigate. And then obviously the signature. And then this is just the envelope, guys. Okay, of it. And then at the bottom, whatever these numbers are already sealed on there. Okay, so I'll just go back up to the top. Okay, I'll just come back so I can see what you guys are saying about that. Okay, hey, Miss Dog Lover. Hey, Betty. Hi, Shelly. Jail tattle boy. So let me ask you guys about this letter. Okay, we all know that in prisons that what you see and what you get are usually a whole different story. But that knowing that this guy is the jail tattletale, in a sense, and I'm not saying that bad things don't happen, and corrupt things don't happen. We all know that they do. Yeah. I just know it's just because I don't feel well, Miss Dog Lover, from last night. And then once I actually got up out of bed, I realized that I don't feel too well right now. But maybe a nice shower will cure that in a bit or help somewhat anyway. I took some medicine. But what do you guys think about this letter? Again, most people don't know about Baston, but I think Ivy put a thing in there. I think Ivy did. But glad I sound like it. I really thought I sounded like shit, to be honest. For all we know, there might be a tiny bit true, so we don't wind up in the pen. Yeah. Just out his. I know that's the same thing, Daisy. You know, what's the guy's name again? Robert P. Baston. Hey Frank. I think probably actually, if anybody remembers more, it's Frank on this stuff because, there was that there was a time, like I said, back in the court dates or whatever, that his name appeared, and who was it? I think Ivy put it out there. Who was it, Ivy? Let me just take a look. Let me just open up my thing here. I think it was Ivy. I want you guys, perhaps, if you guys don't remember too much. Oh my God, the chat is just going active here. Trying to find the link. 1 second. Let me just trying to find the link that Abby or. Okay, hold on. Let me put in. There's a Baston complaint 1, Baston complaint 2, but here's this YouTube, and I'm trying to think of the name because I know this channel, but I'm brain dead right now. It's you guys know who Navilius True Crime is on there. So if you guys want a bit of a refresher on a video, then I would suggest perhaps watch that link when you have time. There was a homicide, but yeah, I remember that, Andrea, that there was. Yeah. Hi, is Ray in the house? Hey Ray, how are you? I wouldn't believe one thing out of his mouth. That's the hard part, This always reminds me of the boy that cried wolf. You can only cry wolf so many times when nobody believes you anymore. And that's kind of what happens, right? Is that this guy files, like these different complaints and stuff. Let me just take a look here. Baston. Robert. Yeah, Here, let me stop screen. Oh, I'm nice and close and personal, aren't I? Um, like here's another one that Ivy had put, Robert Paul Baston, Robert E. Carter Jr., defendant Michael, the Valley Correction Facility, and if the defendant was harmed while doing the defendant's job, worked in the independent correction start, you know, violated your rights, um, the, the kind of like the list goes on with that dude. So it's hard because you want to feel bad if it's true, but I I in my gut, I almost feel like it was one of those letters written. Maybe it's because the lawyers kept asking for him to be moved and it was just another thing, but yet you want to see, know if it's kind of true, but you don't feel like it's fully truthful, that it's self-serving a little bit, but yet, by the same token, if stuff like that was happening to people, of course, um, you'd want something done because that shit happens all the time in those places, you know? I don't know. That's a hard one. And so anyway, let me grab the next one that came out. It's just a small one. Um, this is did it? Oh no, I'm on a different thing, so I have to come back here. Or you guys gonna see me up close and personal again? Too bad. Too bad. Present, share screen, window. This one. Okay. So this one here. Oh, that's a little bit big. It's a little bit much. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger. You just got to touch it a little bit, and the thing freaking explodes. 325, good enough. So this one is the Carroll County Circuit Court, Richard Allen, yada yada. This was the transport order, as you can see, entered June 12th. So again, these just go back, I believe, to those two documents that were supposed to be unfiled. So comes now the court of having reviewed defendant Allen's motion for transport order, now grants said motion and directs Carroll County Sheriff's Department to facilitate the transfer of inmate Robert P. Baston from the Westville Correctional Center. But this is where, so basically, this is what they're saying, right? And he refused. And like I said, we just read it. So the Westville Correctional Center, June 15th at 7:30 a.m., return inmate Baston back. So that's just really was what came out. And then obviously the letter that he wrote came after that. Well, I could. I'm not sure what you guys are, Ray Jones. You guys are talking about a cat. The cat caused LOL. I remember between my legs. Nice, nice. So, if anyone that's come in, just go back to the start of the video if you want to see the whole letter. I haven't put it out to Twitter or anything like that. I've just come online to show you guys it, just because I felt like you guys might want to see this. I just thought, I wasn't sure if I was doing a live tonight still or not, so thought I'd do a short one here. But the other thing that came out was, let me just grab that. This. Okay, is this one right here? And this is the so how you guys, like the judge, basically, from the other live the other day with Travis on. Oh, by the way, sorry guys, as well, my brain's not here, but I should have played the 10K sub intro, but I wasn't thinking about that either. But thank you guys for all your love and support of the channel, and for those people that were there on the live when we got the 10K. Thank you for being there. But of course, thank you to everyone who wasn't there and has supported the channel and subscribed and helped with just coming to our lives and being a part of the family, because that's how we feel about it. That's how I think about it. I mean, there's people that come and go and stuff like that, but then there's a good core group that's like family to us. We see the names all the time, and they're just whatever. So I just want to say thank you from both of us on that one. So this right here is, like I said, the judge put out her stuff saying, about the order of those 118 zip file documents, which you guys know had come out, a long time ago and stuff. And then she was referencing about a couple some documents. There was two in particular, and I believe that these are the two now. There's documents and whatever else was in that letter. Basically, it was like, putting back on documents that she had stricken and taken off the record and stuff like that. So, in response to the judges, um, this is what this one is. Just give me one sec. Let me have a sec to drink, and then I'll be right. Okay, so if this bores you, have a good one, have a good day. If you want to stick around, but this was the response to it. I guess I could go through it if you guys want for people that do care about it. I know there's been a lot of like legal stuff going on, and it's very hard to grasp all the different motions and understanding. And so grateful to Travis, for coming on to help explain, just to help answer your guys' questions and stuff like that. But anyways, it says so. The brief AC, the Media Coalition, the Indiana Broadcasters Association, IBA, the Hoosier State Press, etc., etc. Okay, Scripps Company, blah 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 blah. By council, submit this AC in support of Realtor Richard Allen's verified petition of the writ of mandamus and prohibition. Okay, so introduction: people in the open society do not demand infallibility from their institutions, but is difficult. Is that like a quote or something? Must be from that. So the AC respectfully urged the Supreme Court to grant the petition because the status quo threatens key democratic values and trust in the criminal justice system in seeking public access. I'm just going to say the AC act as surrogates for that, or I'm not sure, amici, surrogates for the public. The United States Supreme Court has aptly explained the media's important role in society in which each individual has but limited time and resources which to observe at firsthand the operations of his government. He relies necessarily upon the press to bring him to the inconvenient form the facts of those operations. Great responsibility and is accordingly placed upon the news media to report fully and accurately the proceedings of the government, and official records and documents open to the public are basic data of governmental operations. With respect to judicial, God, I can't even probably talk either. Judicial proceedings in particular, the function of the press serves to guarantee the fairness of trials and to bring to bear the beneficial effects of public scrutiny upon the administration of justice. So the trial court orders, which exclude judicial records from public access without process or remove them from the CCS altogether, significantly restrain the media's news gathering activities regarding a matter of the utmost public importance. If the trial court's handling of the judicial record stands, the media cannot serve its pivotal role in democratic society, and the public will remain in the dark. Amici respectfully request that the court grant the petition. So these little footnotes always mean something. The Media Coalition acknowledges that the trial court ordered that certain documents be made public on the docket per its order issued on November 14th, 2023. While the order resolves some of the access concerns stated in the petition, the order does not resolve all the concerns, and it appears that the mere filing of the petition spurred the order. The petition remains important in ensuring, and then it stops there. So, the trial court's handling of the court's records is contrary to the Indiana public policy favoring open government and the Indiana United States Constitution's protecting access rights. So, correction of the trial court's errors is necessary to ensure government transparency and accountability, which is especially critical in criminal matters. And then see that case. explaining that the press is the handmaiden of effective judicial administration, especially in the criminal field, and a guard against the miscarriage of justice by subjecting the police or the police, prosecutors, and judicial process to extensive public scrutiny and criticism consistent with these principles. So basically, they're saying, like, judge, yeah, you're fixing some things, but there's more that needs to be done here. That all persons are entitled to a full and complete information regarding the affairs of government and the official acts of those who represent them as public officials and employees. Indiana Code 5143-1, further explaining that the Access to Public Records Act will liberally construed to implement this policy, and that the burden for non-disclosure falls on the public agency. Access to Court Rules 6 likewise presume openness and requires compelling evidence to overcome the presumption. Commentary to Rule 6. Apart from the well-reasoned policies considerations. God, reading these documents is hard on the brain cells with all these words that you don't normally say every day. The public interest is accessing judicial records has constitutional dimensions. The media and representatives of the public are presumptively entitled to judicial documents and proceedings under the First and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution and those cases there. Oh, so this goes to the rest of it. From the top part, it says complete adherence to access rules as well as to address the issues that remain unresolved by the order. So anyways, so it says that clear that the courts of this country recognize a general right to inspect and copy public records and documents, including judicial records and documents. The Indiana Constitution, similarly, or perhaps more so, protect public access and key news gathering activities. See Indiana Codes or Article this. No law shall be passed restraining the free interchange of thought and opinion or restricting the right to speak, write, or print freely on any subject whatsoever. So recognizing that the Indiana Constitution more jealously protects freedom of speech guarantees than does the United States Constitution. In light of Indiana's constitutional protection of the free interchange of ideas, this court has assumed that a material burden on news gathering ability could violate the Indiana Constitution. Considering Indiana's policy favoring public access and constitutional implications and restricting access to judicial records, the public's and media's interest in accessing judicial records is not something to be taken lightly. In disregarding the access to court record rules and trial rules, the trial court has improperly restrained or outright prevented the public's and the media's access. So, B, the trial court's violation of the ACR and trial rules significantly undermine the public access rights and the media's news gathering function. As explained in the petition, the trial court improperly removed publicly filed documents, the ones that talk about that Frank Gall did with the attorneys, Rosie and Baldwin, from the CCS and excluded others from public access. Amici expound upon troubling implications for the public and the media. First, the trial court's removal of the filings from the CCS is never allowed, and for good reason, hence why they're being put back up. The trial court lacks any authority to remove filings from the docket. This is true even if the trial court deems a filing improper. Even improper filings are public record, and that the trial court's finding of impropriety does not strip the filing of public importance. The Frank's memorandum in this case is a key example. Frank's filings attack probable cause affidavits by asserting that the preparing officer misled the court regarding the existence of the probable cause. Criminal defendant's attack on the foundation of his arrest, even if somehow improper, is newsworthy and deserving of publication. Unilateral erasure, I guess, is that the name? Erasure of filings from the public record erases history. Second, the parties cannot just agree to exclude public records from public access. The ACR rules expressly prohibit that. ACR Rule 5 commentary, see also that case. The judge is the primary representative of the public interest in the judicial process and is duty bound, therefore, to review any request to seal the record or part of it, instead for a request to prohibit public access to the records that otherwise would be publicly accessible. Notice and a public hearing are required. ACR Rule 6. Um, the public hearing provides necessary sunshine. I think they're talking about me there. In its absence, cloaks the judicial process in secrecy. The public hearing also ensures that the presumption of access has been overcome before a record is excluded. This process ensures that matters of the public concern staying public unless extraordinary circumstances warrant otherwise. And then see Citizens First Nation Bank. Um, Holding the court improperly delegated its duty to determine whether records should be sealed to parties, explaining that the parties' lawsuits are not the only people who have legitimate interest in the record compiled in a legal proceeding. The public concern is especially acute here, where the improperly excluded records are from one of the most high-profile criminal cases in Indiana history. Third, the trials court decision to upload public documents to a zip file, that's the 118, yeah, okay, they say it, rather than making them publicly accessible on the CCS, is a woefully inadequate substitute. As explained in the petition, the 118 documents in the zip file were filed over several months. Each document in the zip file is dated 6/27/2003, and the file names have, okay, that did bug me, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was a freaking mess is what I thought it was. Trying to figure out what was what. um, it would have been nice if they were named, with at least something that you knew that you were whatever looking at. But anyways, and the file names have no clear identifying information. Petition, whatever 4-5. Even if the files were labeled clearly and organized chronologically, however, that would still be insufficient. As an official record of the trial court, the CCS is where the public goes to get information about cases and to view court records. Absolutely, yes. So, I mean, I get that. That would have been a heck of a lot of work, eh? Because some of those things had multiple pages. But anyways, a central and consistent repository rather than a piecemeal approach. Some records are located at X, others are located at Y. Fosters meaningful public access. See also Rush and Loretta, that case. So citing my case as an example, right? You guys should know what my case is. As an example of an online portal that fosters a more efficient and transparent legal system. Yeah, well, I wish that, and they've talked about this in our, I really wish that they would, oh, sorry, just getting a message. I really wish that they would upload the files like they did with the Supreme Court with the Richard Allen case. And you could go there and just grab the documents, but we always have to send in to Carroll County and request them all the time. And it would be nicer if they had a system, really, where they just uploaded the darn documents there. But anyways, so my case. So typically for us, docs pop goes off. We get a notification. We go, oh, is it an e-notice or paper notice, or is it an actual order? And then we look to email Carroll County and say, hey, can we have that order that came out? It would be really nice if they would advance from the dinosaur ages, really, a little bit, and just upload them like they're doing with the Supreme Court. Granting the petition would serve the significant public interest in the case, and denying it would have adverse consequences. We're almost done here. The significant legitimate public interest in this case is undeniable. Already, the trial court has received numerous requests for access to judicial records and for cameras in the courtroom. The public interest in this case is not going away anytime soon. Unless a petition is granted, the integrity of the judicial system is at risk. See Nebraska, stating that the secrecy of the judicial action can only breed ignorance and distrust of courts and suspicion concerning the competence and impartiality of judges, and free and robust reporting, criticism, and debate can subject the criminal justice system to the cleansing efforts of exposure and public accountability. Brennan J. concurring. The history leading to the relator's arrest, coupled with the nature of the underlying alleged crimes, the M, I'm just going to say M since I haven't had to use that word, the M of two children, underscores the need for transparency. The death of any child is a matter of the keenest public interest. Internal quotation omitted. The Delphi community and the broader public deserve access. Even if access to every judicial record is not ultimately granted, the ACR rules must be followed to protect the public's trust in the system and to ensure fair proceedings. Okay, here. I think so. With respect to the judicial proceedings in particular, the function of the press serves to guarantee the fairness of trials and to bring to bear the beneficial effects of public scrutiny upon the administration of justice. Granting the petition would facilitate key news gathering activities, ensure the access and process prevail, and promote public confidence in our judicial system. Conclusion. Amici respectfully request that the court grant Relator Richard Allen's verified petition for writ of mandamus and prohibition. And then that's just that stuff after that. And then these were who it was. Oh, Melty. Now I can kind of, I didn't realize I was still on camera. Whew, my cheeks look so red on there. Whew, now I can kind of come back and see. Actually, I need a drink first. That was a long read. Okay, thanks, Betty, on that, by the way. Thank you, guys. Hey, Mustang. Thank you. Please hit the like button. That's right. Please hit the like button if you could. Please, I just want to beg you guys again. It really helps with the algorithm. Our algorithm absolutely sucks. I'm not going to lie. Just calling a spade a spade. Our algorithm sucks. Like I said, there's so many things about YouTube and being a creator and finding algorithm. Likes count, comments count. It all helps to push it out into the algorithm for YouTube. It does mean a lot. So if you guys could just, try to do that whenever you come across a live, and sharing helps because then it gets more people to come see it and stuff like that. And really a big part of what we do is to bring awareness to cases. So if you guys could do that each live, if you could, that would be great. Without begging. I've been known to, but it's very rare. Glad to say I don't know the guy. So, yeah, you talking about Baston there? There was a legitimate investigation of these allegations could be done, but that's never going to happen. I'm not going to lie. Like, you want to trust and believe in the system, right? Like, you want to be able to do that. That's the way it should be. But yet, all you have to do is go far as watching documentaries, and they take in those cameras, the hidden cameras and stuff, and knowing when stuff comes out in the news and the media about this corrupt cop or this corrupt, corrections. Like, there was one here, like I said, a couple of years back, where the correctional officer helped the inmate escape because, like, they fell in love and whatever bullshit. And that shit happens, or bringing in drugs, right? Like, that stuff is real. There is no industry that does not have corruption within inside of it somewhere, but it is disheartening because that it could possibly be true, but it's hard when, like I said, a person is crying wolf, but yet you're supposed to look at every case, like it is. And so we would like to think that, that stuff's not going on, but then they shouldn't have been wearing freaking patches either, but that was going on, and that shouldn't even have been allowed at all. Like, you can't compare wearing a necklace with a cross to deforming a uniform by putting your personal belief patch on there and stuff like that. There's a whole difference there. Like, if you're not allowed to wear jewelry because it's part of your job, that's fine. But if you have a cross, that's totally a different cup of tea than sitting there, putting a patch. Like, in what brain cell, to me, was that ever thought to be allowed? Like, seriously. That one kind of blows me away. That one and not taking the sticks from the girls. Well, there's a few more things, but he said it was on security camera, so his claims, right? Yeah, it, if somebody actually looks into it, though, right? You know, you'd like to think that those cameras are there for a reason, but yet you also know, for the most part, you would think that they're not stupid either and would take them behind where they know the cameras aren't seeing. They need to know that all over this country, people are afraid and suspicious. Can this happen here? Hi, Lead. How are you? Nancy and Senator's aide once told is true like a brotherhood. Yeah, well, absolutely. A lot of brotherhoods. Yeah, I noticed you look a little red and a little worried about you. Uh, thanks, Daisy. Yeah, just little bit of both. A little bit stressed and not just feeling hot and whatever. But I'll live. I just feel really bad because it was 6:45 when I woke up yesterday. Like I was working all day on doing stuff, and then I fell asleep. Um, because my husband sometimes he goes for a nap. He hates napping, but after work, and then it was 6:45, and I was just so hot, like just burning up, and I was my brain was not there, and there's no way I could have felt okay doing the live, and I didn't want to leave Adam hanging to do it. He could have, but the thing is that he works all day, and that live was planned because of my idea of what we were gonna do on that live. So I just figured it was best to cancel. And I can't I have it scheduled for tonight, but it depends on how I feel later. If I feel okay, there'll be a live, but if I don't, it will go off till tomorrow. It's just hard because my husband and that's been sick. So I'm just, so I'm not sure if I'm catching something or not, but not to be a whiner about it. Wah, wah. But I can see in my cheeks are really pink. Authorities have taken an attitude to the public has gone crazy over crime watching, but it is a symptom of fear. True, true lead. Yay, the patches. That's bizarre. Yeah, Mustang saying, "Hey, lead." Hey, Tommy Baker. Yeah, You know what? Those are coffees, um, but just throw some marshmallows in them and make them hot chocolate. Then I'd be in heaven. Always hit the like when I first come in. I know I'm gonna like it. Thanks, Betty. When I worked in corrections, we could not wear crosses either. No talk of religion or uniform. Yeah, it's unfortunate in a sense that I don't. But the thing is, I live in Canada, right? So I have this older sister that I like to call Satan because she makes Satan actually look good. I don't talk to her, and she works in the system. Like she worked in the corrections, and well, I mean, she's pretty much worked a lot of places in the whole, systems of corrections and the township and stuff like that. Or else I'd probably ask her stuff like that, how we do it, yeah, but I know we wouldn't allow that stuff. I don't even think that they allowed the stuff. I just, but it's kind of, I guess what's in my head is if they allow stuff like that, what else do they allow? You know? So that's what it makes me think. So, you know, I mean, we had talked to Andrew before, and Andrew, he spent time in the prison system and stuff like that. And him and Blaine would talk about their time in the, system. And I remember, and Andrew said, no, he's just getting treated like everybody else, depending what everybody else means. And he goes, and it's a high profile case, so they're not going to do nothing stupid or whatever. And so all those things go through your head. You hear Baston saying this, but I don't believe it's not that I don't believe Richard Allen isn't going through, mental and health issues because of where he is. And I think someone said it was it today or yesterday? Like, you don't just start all of a sudden having these issues the minute you go to prison and all of a sudden start, not about the mental health part kind of that way, but just meaning you don't just go psychotic or whatever just like that, or become a psychopath and whatever just like that, or you know what I mean? Like to me, this has all been a gameplay, but yet you know it's real. That he's obviously got to be depressed. You know, the eating of the paper thing. You know, I might do that if I'm sitting between freaking jail cells myself, going freaking crazy. You know, because I would hate to be confined and told what to do. Because you literally, like, he had never spent time in the system. It would be a shock to anybody's system, you know, but only from Richard Allen's lips to God's ears. Well, does he know the truth, you know, about whether he did it or not? Um, but to me, it's all been just a big gameplay in a sense of, well, we want him to come closer, so let's move him over here, type of thing. And then the judge said, well, you can move him, but it has to be within the state's facilities. But you're not, you know, even though Cass County. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's only my opinion. I'm not an expert in that, so it's not really my place to say where he should actually be because it's just my opinion. But I would like to think that he is being protected there in the best way. At least my mind wants to believe that. Because I feel like if he was in Carroll County, he might not be alive to this day, to be honest with you. They said that they can't house him there, that Cass could and whatever. Um, I'm just trying to believe in the system that he's properly placed for his own protection. But like I said, I'm not the law, so I'm not saying Alan is not involved, but I will never believe he did the crime. I know I have a hard time with that one myself, like that it's just the solo wolf. I have a hard time with that. It could be, you know, like you try to think of things that are logical, eh, Nancy? Like, could it be logical that perhaps he was practicing Odinism or some sort of runic thing? Or, you know, could that be possible to make it a solo person? I just have a hard time. You know, when your gut just says, look, I can't believe that one person traversed from frickin' the building, the CPS building, you know, gallivantly started walking all that way to the bridge. People see him and he continues on his path across the bridge by himself and takes out two girls in the middle of the afternoon and just starts walking down the 300th. And like, you got to be the biggest fucking idiot, you know, killer. And maybe he is, but it's just hard to believe from when you look at actions and this little twist of a thing. It's just hard to believe it was one person, but it's not like it's not plausible. It's just hard to believe. It just seems strange. And with Richard Allen, like I said, unless you know something about the dude, which we don't, we virtually know nothing about him. We don't know if they can't find anything on his devices and stuff like that, but we don't know enough about him, you know, to make even any sort of judgment really at all. We we've seen a bar tape of him at the bar with his wife, you know, him dancing, you know, like a little fruit as he's sitting there, you know, with his pool cue. That was actually quite funny. I still get a chuckle out of that one to this day. Um, but we don't, social media, like I said, we don't know enough about him, about what he was into or not into. There's really nothing. So it's hard. Like I can look at, say, the Paladinos and go, well, come on now. They got a history of the whole freaking family, you know, being meth heads and, you know, I can't really add killing to that because Jason Palladino was never charged for that. But you know what I mean? Like you can look at that and at least know what you're looking at, and that's, you know, maybe a drug thing or whatever. Richard Allen, you're like, you know, you little dwarf, where'd you come from? It's like, you know, like 5'4" dude, where'd you come from to control? Like you'd think that Libby would, you know, even with the gun, that Libby and Abby, you try to think that they would have ran off, or that Libby would give him a licking, you know, because he's like 5'4", 5'5". Hi Art, how are you? Um, I ran into a lady at the doctor's office that works in the end of prison. She said patches or anything on uniform. Well, you would think so. That's what I mean. So if they were doing that, then what else are they doing that's not right? But I mean, it's not like we've seen the patch on the guard. They're saying that, and then you would believe that that was true, I suppose, eh? That there was patches on there, and they were taken off at this time. Well, yeah, because I mean the affidavits, right? I mean they talk about it, so. But who the hell would have let them? Yeah, not so great right now, Art. Thank you, but there was some documents that came out. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. And sorry, I did see you send a Twitter, but at that time, it's just that I was in the middle of doing stuff with documents, and then because the documents had just come in, so I thought that I would see you in here and say that. And so now that I see you, thank you. Um, I don't know. Anybody else have anything that their thoughts on it? Gail, thank you very much. Oh, which reminds me. I'll just wait for the thing to play. That reminds me because I was working on something cool. Um, or what I thought was cool yesterday, but I never did complete it. But if we do a live tonight, I'll show you what I'm talking about on there. But I'll wait for the music to go off. Thank you, Gail, very much. Um, I appreciate this because this money that this channel makes, this is my income, okay, guys, just so you know. Um, and my husband takes the brunt of pretty much all the financial because this is my income, right? So last year I had lost my job to the economy. But anyways, so this money goes into December for Christmas. So I want to say I appreciate that for this because I know it's this in the spirit of giving and stuff like that, and that people give throughout the year. But just know that it does mean a lot. You have no idea, to be honest. So I want to say that. And for all the people that do coffees and different things as well. So I wanted to do, hi, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Daniel. On there. I'm waiting for the music to go off. Come on, music. Taking forever. Intern saw the patches. How convenient. No need to explain yourself. Yeah. I want to see what. There we go. I love that song. I don't know. I know. You see, that's why Drunk Turkey shows here. It's like I'm a little drunk enough. But the thing is, I don't need you. I don't need you. You know, I mean, I'm truly not usually a needy person. sometimes. I want to say something just quickly off the track for a second. Um, my ex-husband, fuck, he was the biggest fucking whiner when he was sick. He was a whiner just in general, but when he was sick, oh my, like I'm gonna give you the facials of what he would do, okay? So if his stomach was hurting, he would do this. He'd go, I'm not freaking kidding you, right? And I would be, oh my God, dramatic B or what? So whenever he would do something, he would whine. So this one day, I started turning into a whiner because I was just really trying to show him what it sounded like. Well, I must have never forgotten how to do that because my husband now says, "Ooh, you're a little whiner, aren't you, when you're sick?" And I'm just like, well, I never was actually. But it's like when you hear me, it's like, honey, baby, can you, honey? Anyways, were you married to Jaime? That's what, does he do that too? That, oh, drives me crazy. It's like, suck it up, buttercup. So after a while, because my ex-husband did that all the time, after a while, it's like, oh, really? Your stomach hurts? Okay. Because you just got so used to it. It was like a kid crying wolf after a while on there. But okay, so I lost my train of thought. So what I was going to do was I was working on this thing, and I figured that what I'm going to do is this. Whenever somebody donates money to the channel, whether it's in the form of PayPal or coffee or super chat or super sticker and whatever, because people do regardless, like Gail just did, for instance. I'm going to build like a video. Like I'm gonna put all your names and your super stickers on uh, a tree or a Christmas train. And what I'm gonna do is like create a video, Christmas video. So this will run up until the end of November, only because, like I said, November goes into December. We can do one in December as well, but this one will run till the end of the month. But I thought it would be really nice to, you guys know I love holidays. I do love my holidays so much. And Christmas, I just love Christmas. And you know what? I'm such a Christmas loser. We don't do anything for Christmas. It's just me, my husband, and my brother-in-law. And the only thing we really do is maybe buy something for each other for a stocking. And that's about it. Other than that, I come spend it with you guys on a live, because you guys are like my Christmas family for other people that don't have somebody for Christmas. So I love to do the Christmas lives. But anyways, I just like holidays in general. But Christmas is my all-time favorite. So yeah, so I thought that whenever somebody donates, your donation will go on either, if it's, might go on a light bulb. I might take the name off and just show the name on a ornament on the Christmas tree, depending on how I do it. And some of them I might show the actual stickers like that. Anyways, that was my plan. That's what I was working on yesterday, and just creating it. And so then at the end of November, when it's done, then it will have all your names on it for the people that have donated, and it will be in the form of a video, just so that you guys can get the proper acknowledgement and love and stuff like that. So I hope that sounds good. It's better than, say, doing nothing, right? So it's just my way of doing something that I love in appreciation for you guys that help support the channel, that your name is a kind of in a video of, like, say, Mustang 1965 and whatever, and just making it into a nice Christmas video. Does that sound good? Does that sound okay? Hey, y'all, one thing I've noticed in the US, it seems like the government agencies have too much control over video cameras and can intercept or suppress it much easier than here in Canada and my information. Right, absolutely. Hey, you want to know something that really pissed me off lately? Well, even if you don't want to know, I'm still going to tell you. So mine and my husband's Visa credit cards expired, I think at the end of October. And then we got the new ones, and with the new expiration date. Do you know that I legitly never had to change it online? To, like, I go to freaking Streamlabs. I go to freaking you know how I purchased so I don't see commercials on here. Well, thank you, Betty. I didn't see that. I see it right now. Whoops, there we go. Thank you, Betty. And it had all my new expiration dates on there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even have to enter. Like, normally when you get a new credit card, you kind of got to go update your information. But I legitly didn't have to. Yeah, premium. That's it. And I don't recall that before. Like, so let's say you have subscriptions and you're like, frick if I know where these subscriptions are coming out of. Could come out of my account, could come off my PayPal, could whatever. So normally whatever. Yeah. Thank you, Betty. Thank you so much. Oh my God, that is a big complaint I have that they just right. Like, I mean, no, like whenever something's out of place, it always catches my eye. And I knew for sure that normally I would have to go update my information to my new dates. And I'm like, oh, doesn't matter where I'm going. Because at first I said to my husband, oh, husband, you need to go on Amazon. Sorry. You need to go on Amazon and change your expiry date because he was about to order something. I said, don't forget. I went and looked and it was already there. No, they wouldn't want us missing a payment on somebody. Yeah, but it was just the fact that it just shows you how much shit is really tracking, because I know that normally I would have to update that information, and then this year, miraculously, I just didn't have to on there. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Want to see how, well, I'm blurry. Hold on. Well, come on, camera. Oh, okay, give me. Sometimes my camera likes to fuck with me, don't you? Like to mess with me. Come on, give me my face back. Swear this camera, this one that I have, my husband had got it for me like last year. But I swear it goes out of focus so fast if you move away from it. Come on, give me my face back. I look like a freaking blur still. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Oh, my phone's dead. Really? One sec. Come here, phone. I don't. And oh, sorry, you guys see my thing? No, oh yeah, I'm not on camera. Forgot. Anyway, I'll tell you, I've never seen freaking iPhones die so fast without really using them. Like freaking charge up the thing, and the freaking thing's dead already. I was getting a message. Oh, okay, it was from Travis. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, did I come back? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, sorry, I thought it was my husband, going, hey, beautiful. And I'd be going, hey, ugly, how are you today? No, just kidding. But it was Travis. So I just had sent him the documents earlier. So he just said, okay. But anyways, the struggle is real. You guys have anything else to say? I can, or else I'll just go probably. Probably. What time is it? It's like 12 o'clock here. I'm not sure where you all are. Most times that we do everything is in Indiana time. It's like 3 hours difference. Go into your setting and shut down some applications. Your battery will last longer. Well, yeah, that's probably, right? Android is so much better for their batteries lasting way longer. I'm not going to lie, Lead. Like, although I can create videos and I use things because I Google how to do things, I am not a techie person by no means. Things that I learned, like I said, I've learned. And the phone is one thing that I could have cared less to learn. Yeah. You're so overwhelmed, Shermeen. Hi, Jeff. Yeah, I like that font. It's called Blanca on Canva. Please. Yeah. But so, yeah. So if I kind of knew how to do that, Lead, I probably would do that. It's kind of like on my iPad now. I keep getting the little cloud with the download, and I'm like, and Chrome always screws up, so I always have to keep re-downloading it. And so then it was like, and I'm like, how did you start doing that? Like it just certain things go into download mode, and then you go hit it, and it says you don't have enough memory. And I'm like, really? Then give me some more, you stupid piece of shit iPad, because I only have like basic stuff on my iPad, nothing overwhelming, nothing overwhelming. And that takes up all my freaking resources, pretty much. And that sucks. Oh, you're good enough to have a tribe song in your intro. Yeah. Chat tribe. I really like that song. Really perks me up every time the live goes on. And I could be sitting there and I'm just like, once I hear the song, it's almost like you're like, oh, I'm awake now. Oh, I just got blurry on there. Anyways, thank you, Gail. Thank you, Betty, for those super chats. And going back to flip phone, where you need to keypad without predictive text. Text to send. You know what, sweet. The minute you say flip phone, I can only think of one thing that comes through my head. And that's when my husband came to Canada, because he's from the United Kingdom. So it was kind of like the Pretty Women movie. I'm coming for you, Sonny. And of course, like, no, you're not. But no, I was like, yes, of course you are. But anyway, so it was kind of like that. But so anyways, this girl that I was working with at the hotel, she was a little sleut. I'll tell you that. Every time I would come to work, and I would be working like the night audit at that time, she was usually off in some guy's room, and I'd be like, Rachel, where the frick are you? And I'd see her sister, who would come visit her, at the desk with Rachel's child, just hanging around the front desk. And I'd be like, where's Rachel? So anyways, so this girl, Rachel, is the one that drove us from White Court to Edmonton Airport along the way. Okay. All she's talking about is the weed that she is going to buy once we get to Edmonton, right? After we pick up the husband. And I'm just like, I don't care. Just like get me to the airport to pick up my soon to be husband at this. He wasn't a mail in husband, by the way, but we're husband and wife now. It's been over 8 years now. But, anyways, so she's freaking flip phoning it. Okay. She's driving with her knees and she's flip phoning it, you know, even though regular cells were available, but that's all she had was this flip phone. And her sister would sometimes lean over with the hand, and be like, and I'm just like, can we just get there? Because she's going slow, right? She's driving slow because she's trying to flip phone it. And so, anyways, the whole thing. And then 2 times we got totally lost. And then she's like, I'm like, well, aren't you using your GPS? And she's like, yeah, but it messed up. So I know where the airport is. We freaking drove past that airport, okay? Like we were well into like freaking farmland past the airport. And I'm like, Rachel, I'm pretty sure that we're just going the wrong way now. I think we passed the airport. So at this point, I didn't realize it. I'm just giving you a story here. At this point, I didn't realize it, but my husband's phone, which was a flip, or pretty much, when you come to Canada, it's a whole different thing, like your SIM card or whatever. So I'm trying to message him saying like, gonna be late, but it's not going through. And of course, the same thing would have happened to him. So finally, we get to the airport. Now the plane's already landed. I freaking jump out of the car and I freaking run to the, arrivals at the freaking international thing. And I'm looking and I'm scanning and I'm like, oh, panic so bad. Because he probably thinks that I freaking bailed on his ass and wasn't coming. Imagine flying 10 hours, well, longer because he had a stopover here from to Iceland. And then all of a sudden the person that you're supposed to meet's not there. That was me. Okay. Because of Rachel and her effing flip phone. Okay. And so I race in there. I see some chick that works there. And I'm just like, excuse me. And I'm like, can you please tell me where the people are that come off this flight or whatever? And then all of a sudden I hear, Sonny. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And he was just sitting there on the bench. Now, the first thing he always told me was that when he saw me, he was going to kiss me. That did not happen. I told him never to make that promise because when you haven't met someone in real and then you meet them in real after talking on them and seeing them on whatever, it's not the same. He's like, oh, no. As soon as I see you, you're getting a big kiss in his British voice. And yeah, that didn't happen. And I reminded of him that later. So anyways, we get back freaking in the car with Rachel and her sister. And then we're driving all freaking over Edmonton, right? With this fucking flip phone. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just telling you a flip phone story now. And so we stop at this store thing. We get out. Rachel goes into this bar, right? Get back in the car and then go to the gas station. And Rachel goes, do you by chance have some gas money? I lost my debit card. Where'd you lose your debit card? I think I lost it in that bar back there because this is where she's trying to get her weed, right? So we legitly, after my husband has this 10-hour freaking flight plus more of traveling because he hadn't gone to sleep, Rachel needs her weed and her sister. And so finally, 4 hours effing later, we start traveling back to Whitecourt, right? Flip phones out. Freaking with the bong. Right? Because it's weed day. My husband happened to land on weed day. Yeah. Yeah, it's a trigger. Next time, don't ask about a flip phone, all right? Morning. So, but he landed here on weed day. Eh? And so fucking Cheech and Chong in the fucking front of the thing, they're sitting there like literally like this, driving. The one fucking the sister's got her freaking hand on the wheel as Rachel's sitting there with the freaking pipe and whatever. And then she would give it, the car was billowing out smoke like Cheech and Chong. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was billowing out the windows. And my husband, who has never smoked, never did drugs, whatever, says, thanks for the free high that I didn't ask for. And me too. I smoked weed back in the day, but I had quit like years before that, like 20 years before that. But anyways, that's the moral of my story. Never get tied to the leg of bed or you'll get F to you or dead. No, just kidding. Um, but yeah, that's whenever I think of flip phone, all I can picture is those legs driving the car and her freaking wanting to get her. Okay, just saying. Which reminds me, I have to drive to Whitecourt in an hour. That's my Canadian right there. The first, oh my God, lead with love. I'm not going to lie. It became past embarrassing that it became humorous. Like, it was one of those things that you couldn't write that shit that day if your life depended on it. So whenever me and my husband talk about it, it's like a huge laugh because of course I'm embarrassed. I'm like, Rachel, like she was the last person I wanted to drive, but I didn't have a vehicle at that time. And she was my only hope to go pick up Steve from the airport. And trust me, the whole day, my husband doesn't remember the 2 days after the fact of landing. He doesn't remember any part of it because he was so exhausted and tired. But yeah, because that's nothing like I'm never part of like that stuff, right? But I was like, if everything could have gone wrong that day, it did, besides my husband landing. But yeah, but it's actually comical now. But all I can say is flip phone, trigger, freaking legs driving. Okay. I'm sure I bored some people. The ones that I've bored, they've already left. They know how this channel works. You talk about stuff and then we have some fun with the guests and stuff and talk. Today's my twin granddaughter's birthday. Big 6 years old, Shelly says. Funny because Callie is always telling everyone my birthday. Millie goes to Callie, it's my birthday too. I know sometimes with my twin sister, I'm like, I do the same stuff. I'm like, oh, well, it's my birthday on Saturday. Oh, I guess you're my twin. My twin she's 10 minutes older, you know? But sometimes, yeah, it's like you're talking about it. It's like, all right. But that's the one thing that's nice, though, as a twin, is that, you always have somebody, even though I'm not even talking to her right now because she's so freaking negative. Like, seriously. Love her to pieces, but we're totally different personalities. Like, you want to talk about freaking water, and fire. That's me and my twin. She has always been, she would always dress like a nun. So boring in school. You give her $200 to go buy clothes, she'd come back with 4 outfits. Me, I went to the deal aisle. I'd come back with 20 outfits. Me, this is me all the time, typically. I'm always smiling, even when I don't even just, my twin. Life sucks. This, that. Like, she lives that world. And she's like structured in a sense. Like she's structured in numbers and she does like, she knows every dime that she has down to the freaking half a cent. Me, I'm just like, shit, broke. Where did all that money go? The fuck? I'm broke, that's pretty much. Oh, life's too short not to. Oh no, I'll talk to her eventually when I'm not mad at her. Yeah. I don't usually go like that, but honestly, sometimes you just get like sick of it. Like you can only handle so much negativity, right? Like seriously. And then after a while, like it starts to absorb you. When you're more of a happy person, that shit absorbs you like a fucking energy zapper. It's just like, right? It's like freaking like a monster coming at you on there. No, my sister, no. Yeah, I don't usually play that card of not talking. It's just that she pissed me off enough this time that I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll see you around Christmas time, okay? Yeah. I'm going, well, okay, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yin and yang. Yeah. The things that we did lead is that we're both left-handed and we always played sports growing up and we're very creative. Like we love anything to do with using our creative minds, we love. But other than that, personalities, absolutely 100% different. Like She says I was the leftover shit that came out of mom. And we're fraternal, by the way. Yeah. She like her 10 minutes there. She's like 5'4". I'm like 5'2". She's either 5'4" or 5'5". No, I think 5'4". But anyways. Okay. So unless anybody else has anything to say, I mean, I could actually sit here now. Now you guys all got me awake and everything. I should probably go shower and get my life together and work on that video. See if I feel any better. I'm hoping to do the live tonight, but we'll see. I'm just seeing if anybody else has anything else to say before I go. That's it. Waiting. It's 12:11. Do you know where your kids are? It's okay. I just want to ask you guys. It's 5 degrees, which whatever that is in your American talk. 5 degrees, and it's beautifully sunny outside. Are you 10 minutes older? Oh, then you got a twin brother. You guys, what's 30? Hey Siri, what's 5? Okay, hold on, let me try it again. Hey Siri, what's 5 degrees in Fahrenheit?
5 degrees Celsius is 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hey Siri, thank you. Hey Siri, thank you.
No problem.
That's what I thought you said. So 41 degrees. Where is it where you guys are? Yeah, I'm gonna get going. I mean, you don't need to watch like the last half hour or so part. The other part is about the whole first part is about okay, so 64. Okay. Just kind of because like, is it 68 in Texas? Okay. Yeah, like, does Texas get snow? Hardly. Does it get snow? Like down in lower BC here where I live in Vancouver. Yeah. Oh, we already got some info from the Supreme Court, unless there's more, but I don't think so. I can take a look. 73 in Florida, Sharon Parker. North Texas sometimes, yeah. So in Vancouver, we might get snow 2 or 3 times, and then the rain just washes it all away. I remember last Christmas we got snow, and it lasted a whole day. It actually snowed on Christmas, and then it went away the next day. Perfect. I'm a sun person, so 65 in Indiana. Okay. So I mean 41, but like I said, this in Canada, you go 3 hours from here, anything past that to the rest of Canada is your snow provinces. But in the bottom part of BC, that's near Seattle, Washington, of course, whatever it's called, Blair, I think Blair, Washington, which is just right over the border there. This is rain and mostly. It's kind of like England weather. But before you go, let me just go see if there's any documents. Give me 1 sec. I'll just see if there's anything else that came out. Start searching. Okay. I hate that Richard Allen's middle name is my son's name, Matthew. What is it with Matthews? They all seem to have attitude. Okay, so just scrolling. Actually, that one that came in earlier, I actually don't even see it. Because today's the 16th, and the last one they're showing is the 9th. It was sent to me, so, I always find that funny when somebody sends me a document and yet you're not finding it on the docket. Why is that? 11, yeah, because they're still showing. So you guys all know, right? For people that don't know, you can always go over to Indiana court cases, right? Free Indiana records, and you guys can. All you have to do is type in like Richard M. Allen, like well, obviously the last name first or however it is. Anyways, Richard M. Allen, and it will bring up the Superior Court case right on top, and then his case is underneath that. Oh, absolutely. Wait, not that one. Hold on. I was looking at this one. You, I'm guessing, were well done by 10 minutes. Yeah. No, I'm probably more the rare one, to be honest. She's well done. I would take it. I'm rare. I'm unique. I like to say it. I'm unique. Okay? Unique. She's like any other person. And well done. I'm actually waiting my brother too. He's a Matthew, full of attitude. Yeah. And my son, he was born on the same day as Alexa. You guys know Alexa, our criminal profiler, that comes on here, and her kids' birthdays are on mine and my husband's anniversary, which is July 11th. But anyways, so all I know is my Capricorn, or I think he is, son. He's he's his don't you guys, I literally put him up on Barney. Sharing is caring, freaking Care Bear stuff, okay? But once he got into his teens and started watching the freaking cartoons, the one, I'm so happy, my ass is smiling. Yeah. Dude, I didn't raise that boy that way. Right, yeah. This is stubborn. I just noticed that. You guys notice that? Like with certain people's names, like say Linda's of the world or this, that there's Karen. Okay, we know the name Karen, right? But I'm not going to lie. Almost every Karen I met, they are a Karen. Like they literally are a Karen. Nothing wrong with Capricorns. Is it just my son then? Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, it's not. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's not like he had a. It's not like his dad is well rounded at all. If I was to say my ex-husband, I'd say he was racist. I would say he is a narcissist that thinks that he's smarter than everybody. And my son, when he got into his teens, oh my God, when your child's speaking to you and you're like, ex-husband, is that you? Like, where did you come from? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Yeah. Are you a Cappy? Yeah. Okay, before we go, guys, put all your freaking zodiac signs in chat. I know we're going to see a lot of Libras, Pisces, Cancers, because those kind of signs attract to each other. You got some Cappies in here, like Alexa. Cappies, I would say, like to be more organized than a Cancer, but the care level, I know, like Alexa, her personality and mine, we just kind of like, we're just very straightforward, tell it like it is, but not with the intent of hurting someone. We just like to be straight up. Yeah, Virgos, Cancer, that's right, ducking. Shelly's a Capricorn too. Leo the lion. Taurus. Yeah. Taurus, I'm not going to lie, Sharon, Taurus, it's the like when I was from 15 to 26, I was with a Taurus and he was very abusive. So whenever I see Taurus, my brain goes back to that abusive relationship because that's what he was, May 4th. And what's funny actually is my husband, his mom, his birthday is May 4th as well. That's how I remember her birthday. Wait, Capricorn? I'm the 29th. Wait, Lead, you're the 29th of January? Because, wait, no, not no, that wouldn't end. Wait, are you a Pisces? Or you're the 29th of what? December? Because usually the cusp is around the 21st, 22nd area. Most times, sometimes like 23rd and that, but so when you say that you're the 29th and he said he's a Capricorn, so you must be December 29th then? Oh, so my son's not a Cap, he's Aquarius. I always get those two mixed up. Ah. So wait, is he Aquarius, really? Yeah, like in the start of the video, you'll have the Baston letter that he wrote about, the mistreatment in there and how he saw about Richard Allen. Then the next one is just the actual order saying that he was going to come. But so the letter and that go hand in hand. And then the next of it is just basically replying to the writ of mandamus about, well, thank you, judge, for putting that stuff right. But that's still not good enough yet. There's still more. Shit. Really? Hold on. January 4th, Zodiac. So wait, Zodiac. Is that what it is? Aquarius? He's a Capricorn. Yeah. He had me scared there. I thought I didn't know my own son. January is Aquarius. Yeah, but Aquarius, December is Capricorn. Yeah, but so is January 4th is a Capricorn. What's the actual dates? Now you guys got me the whole freaking Zodiac thing going. Zodiac dates. Okay, so Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Okay, that's what I thought. Because usually the cusp is always in that 2019. Okay, it's 2022. So Aries is March 21st to April 19th. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. Cancer, which I am, and my husband is. My husband is on the cusp. So Cancer is June 21st, and my husband's birthday is June 22nd, and mine is July 3rd. And so Cancer goes to the 22nd. Then Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd. Virgo, August 23rd to September. It says more items. So sorry, it said more items. Zodiac. It took me away from my list. I just wanted to see more. So where was it? And Scorpio's in there. August 23rd to November 21st. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. So we're in Sagittarius right now. Yeah. Oh, Aquarius is January 20th to February 18th. Oh, right. My mom's birthday, she's Pisces, March 15th. My Paula, my twin that's like Satan. Oh no, she's in Pisces as well. Yeah. You had me thinking I didn't know about my son for a minute there. I was like, dang. My mom's is July 3rd. Here, right? I miss Canada Day, July 1st. I don't hit July 4th, which is US. Pisces here, March 2nd on there. So, Gemini, Capricorn. You know what? At the end of the day, guys, like I know signs that we have stronger suits, like Cancers, if you know your own sign, but Cancers, according to the zodiac sign, that Cancers are pretty much the most intuitive of the zodiac sign. And that's the strength. That's one of the strongest strengths that I possess, is that intuitiveness. Doesn't mean it's always right. And we're very much carers and nurturers and deep empaths. Now, that doesn't mean other signs aren't, but like how every sign kind of has, like, for instance, Alexa, she's a Capricorn, very caring, whatever, but yet, she has like a somewhat of a different personality, even though our personalities are similar. but her strengths are in certain things. Actually, she's very much about family too and stuff like that. But do you know what I mean? Like everyone kind of has the gist, but some people are more, some signs are, not say on the deep care level of certain signs in a sense. They care, but like me, I'm like a true Cancer from what I read. So if somebody is hurting, my heart hurts instantly the minute I read anything about somebody not feeling well or whatever. Instantly, my heart feels sadness. And when it comes to true crime, honestly, it's like my body just takes on the pain of the family members because I feel so horribly bad for them instantly. And it becomes almost like it's your own pain, but you're not saying that for a selfish reason. It's just you do. You just take it on and you're like, oh my God, because you're putting yourself in the sense of say Becky and Mike and Anna, and you just couldn't imagine that. And it's almost like you're sitting there having that pain yourself, like you were like as if you're feeling it. That's the part that hurts the most. And so with deep empaths, that's why it hurts when people try to attack like my personality, because anyone that knows me knows I'm one of the most giving people and caring people ever. But yet online they might see a stronger personality, which I am strong, but that was through abuse. Like I'm strong because of abusive relationships. I'm strong because I needed to become stronger. I wasn't like that. I was very passive. And well, no, I don't want to say passive, but I let people always butt in front of me, and I'd never say, if someone wanted to borrow money, it was like, sure, no problem. I could never say no, you know, but I had to learn to give myself a voice in saying that. And then one day I just got tired of people's shit. And I was like, you know what? If you ask me how that hat looks on you and I don't like it, you're going to hear the answer. And if you don't like it, then don't ask me the damn question. So I became more like that. And if somebody tried to boss me around or tell me what to do, thank you. I've spent 30 years in relationships being told what to do and being abused. I don't need that stuff. So that side of me, people might see a little bit more so online because of trolls or ignorance and stuff like that. But as for an individual that just literally goes about their day, I don't interfere in people's lives or people's relationships, and stuff like that. I'm just a happy go lucky kind of free spirit. Simple as that. It's just that on the internet it can be deemed as a little bit harsher because you deal with a lot more people, emails, people attacking you, and then but you have nice people to combat that with, you know. It's just on the internet, people can be something that they're not, and they can sit there and say all these things to people with no care about what they're saying to them, at all, or threats and stuff like that, you know, and not have no care about that because they're behind a computer. So if I seem feistier, it's just because, like I said, I'm here because I care and care about other people, and I don't have to take anybody's shit, you know. I did enough of that in my real life. I don't got to take anybody's shit on the internet telling me how to run my channel, or what to do and stuff like that, or what I can say or can't say. I mean, besides following the YouTube guidelines and stuff like that. I'm just my own person, you know. I don't ever want to be somebody I'm not. Gail, I'm a Leo. If we could zoom out from our little problems and see from far away, we could see stars and planets, like the stars of DNA. It's always funny. I can always fix everybody else's problems, but I would never tell anybody my own problems, typically, ever. You know, I have more so since becoming a YouTube creator, and it still makes me feel uncomfortable because you feel like if you say something, that feeling like if you talk about something and then that person's going, oh well, if they mention money, I guess it means that they want money or something like that. And I never want to feel like that, type of thing. Or if this person is always, whining for you all the time, so I would never tell nobody. So I always feel guilty when I mention personal stuff because a lot of people are very judgmental on you're saying something and then they're deeming it like, oh, so you want money? No, didn't ask for it. If I wanted it, I'd truly just ask for it. I'd be like, hey, can you help me out? That's a poem I wrote. Oh, can't talk about poems now. You want to talk about a quick poem? My sister wrote this one in grade 7. Okay, ready for it? Guys won't care about this, but girls will. Love is magic, pure and sweet, which all alone makes life complete. And when there's something hearts can't say, love like magic shows the way. She wrote that in grade 7, and I always remembered it. Um, but yeah, is that really a little poem you wrote? Um, if we could zoom out for a nice poem. Mine usually rhyme, however. You know, I'm just so used to that. So I wasn't sure if that was just wise words or wise words from somebody else. But that's true. Very true. Very true. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anybody's comment. I don't see anything about Leo except it's a lion. Cancer the crab. Brr. I'm a deep empath. I know you are, Angela. Very intuitive. I'm Pisces. Pisces are absolutely right, because our moon is Pisces or whatever it is. So I'm very emotional and empathetic. You guys, I want to tell you something. And I want to say this again, and I talked about it vaguely the other day about the person that told me that because of this live, because of words that I had said about talking about abuse, how it made her leave her relationship and stuff like that. That means more than anything, you guys know, because the only reason I ever talk about that stuff is for that exact reason. That the only thing I ever wish for is honestly, I wish for everyone to be kinder to each other, to be nicer to each other, to care more about the things that matter, and not care about the things that don't matter, you know. And for me, other people's happiness, in a sense, has always made me happy. I loved it when I was a general manager and could make someone's, day by doing something for them and stuff like that, you know. And what was I going to say? So when Angela up there, emotionally empathetic. So um, you guys saw the video. For some of you that saw the video that I did with Libby and Abby, I'm not sorry, not Libby and Abby, with the Idaho 4, right? And I had remembered that there was this person that Jennifer Coffin-Daffer shared her pictures with, or shared pictures that she had made. And I remember going, what beautiful, work, what beautiful, almost like watercolors, just beautiful work on these pictures. And I couldn't help but think of her as I was on Twitter. And so I decided, and normally I don't do this, because usually if you grab a picture, you grab a picture. But I decided to ask her, hey, can I use your videos or your pictures and make a video with them? And so that's what I did. I just fell in love with her pictures. I thought that, this person really has a good eye for art, or creating. And so she answered back and said that, she would be more than happy to. She would love to, anyways. So because of that, I now have a Twitter friend who we were just talking about this, Angela, about being deep empaths. And, again, not everyone is at a deeper level. When I say I'm a deep empath, I'm a deep empath. I hurt like no frickin' tomorrow inside, even though if I have my harsher in a sense, like, yeah, I can handle things all the time, most times, sometimes I need, a good fucking cry like everybody else. And sometimes I just need to feel depressed a little bit. Sometimes you just need those things. Sometimes in order to do that, to pick yourself back up again and stuff like that. And so my empathic level, what I consider is next level. I hurt so bad when other people are hurting. I hate stories of children. My heart breaks even talking about it, and stuff like that. But it was nice that I met this person on Twitter, that one with the art, and she was talking about this. And, you just feel like you're connected because you understand that type of level. So it's not that some people don't care. It's just, I know that I know from with other people. I know how I am as a person, and you can see how they are. And they might care to a point, or they might care even quite a bit. Mine goes right to the core of who I am. And I've known that since I was young. But as you get older, you're more understanding of what those feelings are. Like I would never have attributed them to the word empathic. I wouldn't have never known that and stuff like that. See you, Gail. The lion needs to rest. That's funny. Huh. Oh my goodness, it's 12:36. Husband should be home in about a half an hour on there. But yeah. Anyways, I know for most of it, there's some people that come in here, the odd one, and be like, shut the frick up. Just quit talking about personal shit. Are we here to talk about, you know, murders and stuff like that or not? And blah, blah. You know what? Like I said, hi, bye. That's not this channel. This channel does things its own way. We like, me and Aspen and that, we like to talk and with our friends, that we consider our viewers, and read your comments and just take time to chill out and have giggles and stuff like that. Like this is like my home to me. This channel is like a home to me. Like, come in, friends, come in, get out, you troll, get out, go away. And that's sometimes like people don't see my block list. It's probably about 1,000 people in. I use the system to feel others. First is the music. First is what music they project. Kind of robotic, but it works on there. I can judge someone like that, right? When you talk to someone 5 minutes, it's like I just have to listen to your voice, listen to what the words you're using. Like it's like when I met my husband, I wasn't intending to. I met him on an online game called RuneScape, and when he would message me back, because I had asked him a question, hey, have you seen Mike around? And when he would message me back, oh, I could tell he was a good person. You can tell by how somebody talks to you, by what's not being said. Like, you know what I mean? By reading between those lines, I judge fast. There's sometimes I want to kick myself for how fast I dismiss people. Because I've learned that, maybe I shouldn't, but I've always had this thing. If you betray me, get out of my life. If you stab me in the back, get out of my life. Because I know what type of friend I am to people. So I very much discard you, and once I usually discard you, I don't let you back in. Now, I've tried to learn to let people back in if I feel like I might have overreacted. No, I don't ever like being made to be a fool or betrayed, you know? Like, I just don't have the time of day for that shit. It's either you're my friend and you're a good friend, or get the hell out of me. Hi, Remy. Oh wait, and who they admire. That's why I totally loved you, because your attorney guest knew my iconic lawyer. uh, oh yeah, good old Travis. Isn't Travis great? Travis is great. I love him because, like, honestly, um, like I said, there's times that we've asked people to come on the show, and just was okay. Say no. Sorry, you don't have enough subscribers for me. I would rather listen to that than someone just ignore you, and then you see them always on different channels, and you're like, it's kind of like, no, I better not bring that person up. It's not a creator, but it's like the same thing. I keep seeing this person talking about her dad all over interviews on these channels and whatever, and you're like, oh, I've emailed you twice now, and you have no clue who I am, but hey, da 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 da, and just get no answer back. Oh, ABC News wants you. Oh, this high channel wants you. Okay. So for me, it meant a lot, because I don't care if I have 1 million subscribers. And let's say Remy had a channel that had 500 subscribers. I do not care whatsoever. Ego, there's no ego here. This is about, if somebody asks me and I have the time to do it, I will do it. If I don't have the time to do it, or if I've forgotten about it, that's just an honest mistake. Oh, darn it. Quit talking about art of destruction or deduction. I want to call you art of destruction. Art of Deduction. He's back now. He's back. Shh. Yeah, ixnay. But on there, yeah. So that's what I love about Travis is that, you know, he was just like, sure. And he's just, like I said, kind of like Alexa too, you know, Alexa, like she had said before, right? Like, she's more structured. And so for her, it took a little bit for her to like, it's like, yeah, no, come chill. Come on, chill, Alexa. I think Alexa likes that about the channel. Like she doesn't have to come on and sit all prim and proper and do whatever. She can just be herself and just come in her pajamas like she's done sometimes and just, participate in whatever. I just want everyone to be themselves. Well, unless you're a dick, then get out of here. But I just want everyone to be themselves, and don't pretend to be something you're not. Yeah. But anyways, I should probably get going, I suppose, especially because Art's here now. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Art of Deduction. He follows Delphi. You guys, he did a video yesterday about the leaks and stuff like that. You guys can go check him out there for Art of Deduction if you're interested and haven't seen that. True Crime is it old Soul Wings, who Janis Joplin, and knows Kenny. Oh, Kenny Rogers. I mean, Janice is good too. Uh, you know what? I love Lady in Red. Oh, guess what I'm wearing? Red. Go figure. Love Kenny Rogers, especially. I mean, remember from 9 to 5, working 9 to 5, Dolly Parton. Yeah. But I love Kenny Rogers. Just when he sings Lady, like just it just gets me every single time on there. Okay. I'm gonna head off, you guys. I should head off. I almost feel like I don't want to leave, but I gotta leave. Well, I don't really have to, but my husband's gonna be home soon. I want to at least pretend like I did one thing today besides sit on the computer and lay in bed. Kenny Rogers. Huh. Huh. Yeah, absolutely. On there. I'll just grab that. 1 second. Art. Oops. 1 second. Let me just grab it. I'm just gonna, okay. If you guys haven't seen our Art of Deductions video from yesterday and you want to check it out, again, it's talking about the leaks and stuff like that. Then that's the link right there to that video or to his channel on there. So go check that out if you haven't. And Remy Stuff, thank you so much. Sharon Parker, Kenny Rogers. Oh yeah, yeah. Lead with Love. Again, thank you for your donations from the other day. Appreciate that. Thank you for coming to the channel. Pretty sure you still love me more than Travis, though. And if not, it will happen. It might happen. Might not, but it might. Just battling the wrong Logan did it, people. Oh. Right. Sure. Wrong Logan. Solved. Yeah. Go check it out, you guys. Anyways, again, I have the live scheduled for tonight. If we go live, we go live tonight. We'll see how it goes, see how I feel. Right now, I might feel fine, but you know how nighttime comes along. But I'll take some medicine, and I'll see if Charmaine and Ivy. Well, Ivy said she's on with Ruckus, I think at 5 or 6 or something like that. But anyways, that live, it's really just about some lies, rumors, and different, things to do with Delphi that we've all gone through and stuff like that. The different freaking like stuff that people have said over time, in a sense, or basically, it's like, true facts about Delphi, false facts about Delphi, in a sense. You know which one pisses me off the most right now? Actually, I'm not even going to tell you. I'll save it for the live. And then, just a memory or something like that of, about, Libby and Abby, and sometimes what brings people to a case and stuff like that. So yeah, so just really a matter of like what things pissed you off the most. What's the biggest lie that's like, or what's the biggest thing that you came across that somebody told about Delphi case was either a total fabrication, but something that pissed you off the most, type of thing. So anyways, hopefully we can do that live tonight. If not, it will definitely be tomorrow, but I'm hoping for tonight. Okay, guys? Okay. All right. Her being, I'm not sure what that means. I'm pretty sure that says, see you, Sunny. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Her being. I don't know what I said anymore. I don't know where I use that in the sentence. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head out now, guys. Thank you guys so much, and thanks again, Gail and Betty Majors for those super chats earlier. I just gotta find my extra. There it is. This is Sunny Justice and Aspen Connor from It's a Crime and Shame, wishing you all a good night.